Today, we honor the blood, sweat, and tears countless women and their allies have shed, the lives that have been lost along the pathway toward universal suffrage for all Americans. When women got the right to vote, they advanced a legislative agenda that helped address things like the shocking rates of infant mortality. They improved maternal health and economic opportunities for women, and so much more. But Asian American women were not fully guaranteed the right to vote until 1952, and African American women weren't guaranteed the right to vote until the passage of the Voting Rights Act in 1965, less than 55 years ago. We still have more to do to achieve equality for our daughters. Neither the United States nor the Michigan Constitution secures equal rights for women. The Equal Rights Amendment has yet to be ratified. LGBTQ women do not enjoy the rights that cis women do. Violence against women is still pervasive. Women aren't guaranteed pay equity. The wage gap is far bigger for women of color. Representation in all its forms is so vital to the strength and vitality of our democracy, from voting to serving our community members and everything in between. We have much to celebrate on this path to equality. 100 years ago, teacher Eva Hamilton was the first woman elected to the Michigan Senate. This year in March, we celebrated another historical milestone for representation in our state when we welcomed the representative from the 34th District, and both our Democratic caucuses achieved gender parity in both the House and the Senate. As we reflect on the past century and recognize Women's Equality Day in 2020, I stand alongside my colleagues and before all of you, and I'm hopeful for the progress our state and nation will continue to make in the years ahead. Please support this resolution on the calendar. Thank you.
Hello, I am Padma Kupa, State Representative for Michigan's 41st House District, honored to represent Troy and Clawson. I am honored to stand up and talk about Women's Equality Day, August 26th. We have come a long way, and we have a long way to go. Women got the right to vote after a long, hard struggle and changed the tone and tenor of politics, ensuring that issues affecting children and families were addressed in public policy at all levels. In 1923, the National Women's Party proposed an amendment to the Constitution that prohibited all discrimination on the basis of sex. Known as the Equal Rights Amendment, it has yet to be ratified. Legislation to support equal pay is stalled right now in our state legislature, but we have moved forward through the darkness. Let us go forward into the light.
Our country has come a long way when it comes to gender equality, but the fact of the matter is, we still have much work to do. This includes ensuring women are paid the same as our male counterparts for equal work. My grandmother talked to my mother about the problem of equal pay, and now my mother talks to me about it. I hope I don't have to have that same conversation with my children. As we celebrate the 100th anniversary of the 19th Amendment, let's honor and thank those who came before us and uplift and celebrate those who continue to move our efforts forward.
Hi, this is State Representative Julie Brixey. Progress for women's rights has been an enduring struggle, measured in decades and centuries. Despite winning the right to vote 100 years ago, women are still marching to gain equality. Roe versus Wade is under attack, and women are subjected to men legislating our bodies and healthcare. We're still paid less than our male colleagues, but we now have more women running for public office than ever before, creating real opportunity for us. 2020 is a pivotal year for advancing gender equality in Michigan and in the U.S. Now more than ever, we need you to help us collectively realize this moment. Because when women succeed, our families succeed and our communities succeed. When women have fair representation, we all benefit from a more just world, because women's rights are human rights. Thank you for all that you have and continue to do to help us realize equality.
As a young girl, I often wonder what would my future be like. Growing up where being Black or being a woman wasn't accepted. There were challenges and obstacles before me, but as time goes on, women fought for equality. They fought for equal rights. They fought for the right to vote. And today, we're looking at the first Black nominee for Vice President, Kamala Harris. I too broke the glass ceiling in District 29 when I became the first woman to be a representative for my district. So today I applaud women's equality, and may we continue to fight for the rights of women.
It's been 100 years since women won their long-fought battle for the right to vote. While the battle is won, the excitement around the 100th anniversary shows that the spirit of the suffragettes lives on in all of their great-granddaughters and their great-grandsons too. What Women's Equality Day teaches us is that our work to expand representation for women is never done.
So here are some of the reasons why people from the National Association Opposed to Women's Suffrage were opposed to women's suffrage right around 1920, before women earned the right to vote, thanks to the suffragettes. 1, votes of women can accomplish no more than votes of men. Why waste time, energy, or money without result? 2, because 90% of women do not want it or do not care. 3, because it means competition of women instead of cooperation. 4, because it can be no benefit commensurate with the additional expense involved. 5, because 80% of the women eligible to vote are married and can only double or annul their husband's votes. 6, and lastly, because it is unwise to risk the good we already have for the evil which may occur. Thanks, suffragettes.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Kennedy, and I represent Michigan's 48th District in the House of Representatives. I'm celebrating Women's Equality Day because we need to make sure that women have equal access to equal pay, that we have equal access to the boardroom, and we know that one of the best ways to accomplish that is to make sure that women have equal access and full rights to their own reproductive health. So I am 100% in, and hope that soon, with all the women that we have in leadership, especially in Michigan, we will find equal parity in all areas for women. So happy Equality Day.
Hi, I'm State Representative Christy Pagan, and I'm proud to serve as the chair of the Progressive Women's Caucus in the Michigan Legislature. On June 10, 1919, Michigan became one of the first of 3 states to ratify the 19th Amendment, extending the right to vote to women across our state. Now, a century later, Michigan continues to champion the path forward for a more inclusive and representative democracy. We ensure women are not only writing policies, but we're passing them through efforts like the Progressive Women's Caucus. This is personal for me and so many women across Michigan. I recently became a mom of twins, and now with the COVID-19 pandemic, there is an even greater need to enact policies that support women and our families. We are proud to stand on the shoulders of the trailblazing women that came before us and celebrate this historic day.
Hi, House Democratic Leader Christine Gregg. Happy Women's Equality Day. You know, women have been fighting for a seat at the table for more than 100 years, but it really is important today to pause on this special day to remember the hard work of our ancestors to make sure that we did ratify the 19th Amendment. And that's what we're celebrating in Women's Equality Day. Now, where are we today? Well, I can tell you I'm pretty proud. We have the Governor, Attorney General, Secretary of State, members of Congress, and right here in the House of Representatives, the House Democratic Caucus is made up of more than half of women. And of course, I have the honor of leading that caucus as well. So we have come a long way, baby, but remember, until every woman feels represented in the seat of power and the seat of government, there's much work to be done. But let's celebrate. Thank you.